I've been thinking about something for a long time now, not as someone with answers, just as a human trying to understand the world we're quietly stepping into. Maybe you've been feeling something similar too. What happens to us when machines take care of everything we need to survive? I don't ask this out of fear. I ask it because every time I try to answer it, the question comes back, almost like it's asking for something more than an answer. Imagine this for a moment. Food grown by machines, homes built by machines, energy, transport, logistics. Already, driverless cars moving through cities on their own, and quantum-powered systems solving problems faster than we can imagine are taking place. And somehow, it feels like this is only the beginning of a new era of human-machine cohabitation. If survival becomes effortless, what happens to human life? The more I sit with this, the more I realize this isn't really a question about technology. It's a question about human nature. Humans and machines both learn, but they don't learn in the same way. A child learns by living, by touching, by falling, by loving and failing. Every experience reshapes something inside them. It creates emotion. It forms identity. Machines learn through data, patterns, simulations. Their learning updates a system. Ours transforms a being. Both learn, but one becomes a person. The other becomes a tool. And that difference matters. Because when machines take over survival, the cost of survival drops almost to zero. Food becomes abundant. Shelter becomes accessible. Energy becomes cheap. And then a deeper question appears. If survival is no longer the purpose of life, what is? Money won't matter the way it does today. Not for staying alive, and not as a measure of human effort. But we, humans, don't live just to survive. We live to express, to imagine, to feel seen, to feel like we matter. And here's something important. When machines create prosperity and remove material struggle, the differences in who we are, our inner worlds, our creativity, our awareness, become even more meaningful. Not because we want inequality, but because we want to retain our uniqueness. Every human is different in awareness, in creativity, in imagination, in emotional depth. Machines may equalize survival. We will differentiate through who we become. Because identity isn't something we can distribute. It's something we create. So, what do we do when survival is automated? Honestly, what we've always done. We create meaning. We make art, tell stories, build relationships, explore ideas, care for our bodies and our health. Work doesn't disappear. It changes. Work stops being about survival and becomes expression. And expression has no finish line. But here's the part we don't talk about enough. Machines can give us survival. They can give us abundance, but they can't give us peace. That part is still on us. In a world where survival no longer dominates every decision, the real challenge won't be productivity. It will be wisdom. If we're no longer driven by fear, fear of hunger, fear of falling behind, fear of not being enough, then our values will matter more than ever. A future of abundance doesn't automatically create happiness. It creates space. And what we fill that space with depends on who we are inside. Satisfaction, grounded identity, emotional clarity. These won't be personal luxuries anymore. They'll become social necessities. Because creation that comes from insecurity leads to noise. But creation that comes from peace leads to beauty. When stress loosens its grip, we don't stop growing. We grow more naturally, more gently, more in tune with ourselves, not rushed, not anxious, not trying to prove anything, just becoming more aware, more expressive, more alive. So is there a limit to the self? The body has limits. Time has limits. Resources have limits. But the self isn't fixed. It's movement, a becoming. Every experience expands it. Every insight deepens it. Every act of imagination reshapes it. Machines will reach their peak. Humans won't. Because machines are bound by design. We are bound only by imagination. Machines will simulate life. We will live it. And maybe the future isn't something to fear. Maybe it's something to grow into. When survival is no longer the purpose of life, what will we choose to live for? When stress fades, who do we become? When nothing limits us except imagination, what shape will our self take? Maybe the real question isn't about the future at all. Maybe it's about who we're becoming right now. I'd love for us to reflect on this. Share your thoughts in the comments. And if someone came to mind while listening, send this to them too. Let's think about this together.